Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Portland on the Move show, the show that interacts the Town Tech Educational Partnership with the Portland High School and Portland Town Hall. This is our May show, and finally, I think spring is sprung on us, finally, at this thing, and we have a very interesting show. We have with us this afternoon, we're going to be doing two segments this afternoon, or this evening. The first, we have Ms. Judy Thompson from the Portland Exchange Club coming on to tell us a little bit about some of the Exchange Club activities and her activities within the club. Welcome, Judy. Hi.
Hi,
How are you? And of course, you're a 30-year resident of Portland.
I am.
And you joined the Exchange Club back in 2016.
Yeah, I'm kind of a newbie.
You're a newbie. God, awesome, awesome, fantastic. And basically, you're married to Dave Thompson, and you have been for 30 years.
30 years
Okay,
in June.
Okay, and you have two grown children now,
Yes,
right? And
are.
so forth. And you're a life cycle celebrant justice of peace for the state of Connecticut, garden designer for your family business, which is Thompson's Landscaping Improvements in Glastonbury.
Right.
And so they keep you busy.
I do. I have a lot of little jobs.
Yes, well, I know how that works. I know how
Keeps
that
me
works.
busy, though.
Exactly. So, so how do you like being in the Exchange Club?
I like being in the Exchange Club because you get to meet a lot of people in town that I don't get to meet anymore.
Yeah.
My kids are all grown, and
Sure.
when they were in school, I got to know a lot of people.
Yeah.
But they're out of school, so you have to figure out where you're going to meet people, and this was a great opportunity.
Exactly, exactly. Well, I think, you know, the club in itself, I think I've been a member, it's around 30 years, so, but anyway, it's a great organization. They do a lot of great stuff for the community, and you know, you've been contributing to that with some of your new ideas. So
Exactly.
tell us how you got into it. Now you're basically the chairman of the tractor raffle, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So I wanted to do something to help repair, do some work in the fairground. We have a lot of wiring that is very old, causes a lot of damage to equipment, and it bumps up the rates of trying to rent out the fairgrounds because all the electricity has to get turned on for the whole place.
Yeah.
So it's a major problem.
Sure.
And I had done a raffle back when Emily was graduating from high school, and this is a 2-month window, which is perfect. So,
yeah.
you know, I said, I will do this as long as I have members to help me.
Yeah.
And so every weekend we're planning on being at a different business to sell tickets. And we also asked other businesses to sell tickets for us and
Sure.
our members to sell tickets.
Okay, sure.
And tickets are only $10 a piece. And you get to win a wonderful riding lawn tractor.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want a new riding lawn tractor?
Yeah.
It only costs you $10. There's only 800 tickets being sold.
Okay.
It's better than winning the lottery, the
Sure.
chances are.
Yeah, yeah.
And with all the proceeds, we're going to put that towards working on repairs of the electric
The upgrades.
and the pole grounds, the pole barn that is,
Yeah, yeah.
and whatever else we can.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, the tractor obviously is a, according to your flyer, okay, is a Simplicity Regent 38, okay,
Yep.
which is, and it's a brand new.
Just came off the
just
boat.
out of the crate and so forth. So, and that you know, that was supplied or purchased through Gano's Power Equipment.
No, Cofields.
Cofields, I'm sorry.
Cofields, yep, from Glastonbury.
Cofields, my bad.
Cofields sports equipment, yes.
Sports equipment. So,
Yep.
and to go from there. So the raffle actually is the tickets are $10.
Tickets are only $10,
So
right.
what a deal! What a deal! And the drawing is actually going to be June 14th.
June 14th, and just in time for Father's Day.
Yeah. So, what dad wouldn't want a brand new riding tractor to you know, go out
Exactly.
and mow his lawn?
And some people go, well, I don't need a riding lawn tractor. That's okay.
Yeah.
You win it, you could sell it.
Yeah,
And that's
absolutely.
money in your pocket. So it's a win-win situation.
Nice, nice. So, so as far as the tractor goes, how did you decide on a garden tractor? I mean, you could have raffled off a ton of stuff here.
Well, I don't know why I picked I did it last time and it worked well, because probably the Toby at Cofield's, Toby and Pat's the owner.
Yeah.
They're good friends and they've been very kind to us about that. And most men, their eyes light up as soon as they see that riding lawn tractor. So
yes, yes. Well, I mean, and you know, as far as Cofield, you and Dave must do a lot of your business.
Yes,
through,
we buy all our tractor, our riders, and not, I shouldn't say riders, our push behinds, all our mowers from them, and our blowers and our weed whackers.
Right, right.
It's a great place to go. They have all the equipment that you need. It's local.
Yes, exactly. So. And they also do snowmobiles too, don't they?
Oh yeah, we've snowmobiled with them and bought snowmobiles from them. And
okay.
Yeah.
I think they're what, an Arctic cat dealer? Is that what they are?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So you got to have a cat.
I've had quite a few.
Yeah. Yes. So anyway, well, that's great.
Maybe I could do next time. I'll do a raffle on a snowmobile.
Yeah,
I never thought to do that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It's just hard to ride them around here. So you can ride a riding lawn tractor just about anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. You need usually a lot of snow to go, go up north and so forth, but to go from there. So. So as far as the riding tractor goes, that's going to be raffled off again June 14th, okay? Right. And that's going to be down at the store yourself. So that's down at Mike Elliott's place.
Yep, at 6:15 on the 14th. I will announce it on Facebook, and I will personally call the person that has won.
Okay.
And my husband and I will be delivering it.
Nice.
So I'll be there just in time for Father's Day.
There you go. Yeah. So you can't beat that. No. So you know, going back to the Exchange Club, I think the being in the Exchange Club, which is basically a civic organization that has been around for many years throughout through the town, and like I say, I've been a member for. We're approaching 30 years, and I'm actually a past president also. So, a lot of the funds and the funds that we raise, that we give back into the community. One of our fundraisers which is going to be coming up on May 11th, which is our golf tournament, which is our charity, and this is going to be the 30th annual golf tournament.
Right.
Okay. And basically, that is going to be happening out at the Portland Golf Club.
Portland Golf Club, that's up on Bartlett Street.
Yep.
Yes, that's where we hold it.
And this year's golf tournament, is going to be dedicated in memory of two of our members that passed this past year, Peter Lamaffa, who was also a past president, and Larry Cassett. So, they are being honored this year. We're dedicating this year's tournament to them. But some of the things that the Exchange Club, I think, gives back to the community. We do scholarships, that are available. Okay, we also give to the food bank. And I know you were involved with that. With. Down at now Adams Foods, okay, that did, and they did a tremendous amount. I know we had Ruth Mayo on with Mike from, I think, is it Mike from Adams? Bill's
the manager.
Bill's
very kind man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in fact, Bill came on with Ruth Mayo, and they were so appreciative and so willing to work with the food bank, and they put together the pre-packed bags that you could buy at any denomination from $10 to $15 to $20, and they did a great job and so forth. So it's things like that give back to the community. We also donate to the fuel bank in town as far as that goes, and we donate to many scholarships. I know the Exchange Club.
Yeah, there's quite a few scholarships.
Yeah, we do our Town Tech Scholarship, which basically in honor of one of our past IT techs, Jason Fedash, and basically we do the fourth hole out on the golf course. So any money that we make out on the fourth hole, the Exchange Club matches, and we do a $1,500 scholarship.
I've sat at one of those holes at one of the tournaments. It's very dangerous.
Oh yeah.
To see if somebody made the hole and stuff.
Exactly. So, but some of the proceeds support local organizations. They support the New Horizons Domestic Violence Shelter, the Gilliard Community Service, also the Middlesex County Hospice. organization, okay, which does great work. And we also have the Exchange Club Scholarship, which is in memory of John W. Goodrich, that we give out every year, as well as the Bill Peterson Scholarship. So,
Right.
there's a lot of money that is raised through the club that is given back to the community.
Well, all our money that is raised is given back to the community, and that's what I like about this group.
Yes.
Because I always was involved in my church on raising money and helping the community.
Sure, sure.
So win-win situation.
All right, nice. So talking about your other hat, how did you get into being a justice of the peace? Tell me.
Oh, justice of peace. Well, first I decided that I wanted to be a life cycle celebrant. Years ago, I worked at First Congregational Church. I was the secretary there for 7 years.
Yeah.
And I loved the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And kind of started getting into being like a wedding sexton and stuff. But I found it a little more restricting. I'm more liberal, and I saw an article in the paper, a health magazine, about being a life cycle celebrant, and it was everything that it embodied me. I love to celebrate. I love to acknowledge.
Yeah.
And my daughter was graduating from college,
Mm-hmm.
and I needed something. I needed something for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I told my husband that I was going back to school.
Mm-hmm.
I did an online course. It was a 9-month course. I learned weddings and funerals and baby blessings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And all along, I kept asking Sue Bransfield about being a JP, but there was no opportunities. There was no openings. So for 2 years, I kept asking her.
Yeah.
And then finally one day, she came to the Chocolate Fest at the First Congregational Church that we always have.
Yeah.
And I asked her if there was an opening, and she said there was. And I said, that's mine.
Okay.
And even though it's easy to get in once there's an opportunity, I still wrote a letter of intent that I wanted that position.
Awesome. Yeah.
Because a life cycle celebrant is not recognized in Connecticut to officiate weddings.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to do an online ministry because I didn't feel comfortable with it, being that I was so involved in my church.
Yeah.
So being a JP was perfect. So I got that. I got sworn in on my daughter's birthday on April 8th in
Nice.
2013.
Okay.
So I'm on my 6th year,
Wow.
and I thoroughly enjoy it. But I am an online minister also through Universal Life.
Nice.
So I can encompass everything.
One-stop shopping.
It just depends on what a person wants you to sign their marriage certificate.
Yeah.
If they want it religious or civil.
Oh, nice. Very, very good. That's great. Now, how many weddings have you done now?
So far, I've done over 100.
Over 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's slow in the winter seasons.
Yeah.
It's just picking up. I'm very busy now for the next 3 months, and then
that's good.
Summer tapers down, and then September, October gets crazy again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you're obviously involved in the family business on
Yes,
the landscaping side.
I am going back into doing the garden design, which I always like to do anyways.
Yeah.
And then hopefully do our Facebooking stuff.
There you go. Fantastic.
Get our word out.
Sure, exactly. So anyway, here is our, again, going back to our tractor raffle, okay? And again, that is the picture of the tractor. It's a 2018 Simplicity Regent 38, okay? And that will be raffled off on June 14th down at Store Yourself. Mr. Mike Elliott has graciously donated, going to allow to have the raffle down at his place, and they're only $10 a ticket. And the winner obviously need not be present. So if you want to get yourself a brand spanking new Simplicity tractor, stop in to say it now.
And help the Portland Exchange Club raise money to be able to fix the fairgrounds.
There you go. And I think that's important. You know, the electrical system as well as the pole barns down at the fairgrounds have, like everything, is aged. Okay, the infrastructure needs replacing, and like I say, you know, from standpoint of doing a lot of the electrical stuff, a lot of that electrical infrastructure down there is very dated, and it needs to be segmented out so we can turn on portions and not having to turn on the whole place. Okay, as far as that goes, so that's great. Now, the going back to the golf tournament is going to be held this May 11th, okay, which is Friday, May 11th, and that is going to be held at the PGC, which is out on Bartlett Street, and we're always looking for golfers on that. The tee is you can get to be a tee sponsor for $100 to play golf, which includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner is $160 per golfer. Okay, and or if you get it in before April 30th, which is yesterday, you could have got it for $140. But if you get it in the next day or so, I'm sure they'll allow that.
And then we have a really nice dinner, and this is the first time we're having it from Red Fox on the Green, a restaurant that has taken over there.
Yep.
And we are also going to have lots of raffles.
Okay.
Lots of things.
Yes, because now Red Fox is taking over the restaurant out there.
Yes, and the food is phenomenal.
Yeah, I hear it is.
Yes.
I hear it
I've
is.
heard
So
lots of good things.
to go from there. So, all right. Great, Judy. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate. I know I kind of horse-collared you last night at the Exchange Club meeting. I said, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow night?" So
I had no choice.
yeah, it's great. So that is great. So Exchange Club golf tournament May 11th. The tractor raffle is going to be June 14th. Okay, down at Store Yourself, and keep an eye out now.
Well, tickets will be at sale at your place.
Tickets will be available at Connecticut Valley School of Music. Tickets are at Farrell's. I think Savvy Swap has tickets.
Savvy needs some more.
Savvy needs some more. So if you need tickets, or
all the golf places.
Courses have them.
Okay.
Yeah, and so forth. So support the Exchange Club. Support their doing of good deeds within the community, and also upgrading our fairgrounds. So again, Judy, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
And we'll hopefully see you at the golf tournament anyway.
I'll be there all day.
Anyway, so with that, we're going to take a little break here, and I think the PSA, we have which one? What's that? Fishing. It is opening day. Do you fish, Judy?
No.
No, you don't fit. Well, anyway, we're going to do a little PSA on fishing, since we had opening day, last week? 2
weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they fish in my backyard.
They fish in your backyard. My gosh, down in the stream.
Yeah.
God, that used to be. Are the falls still down and back there?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, because I remember going down there.
It's changed a lot because a lot of the trees have fallen down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some big trees across the brook and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But people still fish down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Reservoir Brook is, I think they still stock it up by there.
They do.
Up by the reservoir.
Yeah.
And they make their way down there, so that's good. So
Some nice
anyway.
trout in there.
Exactly. So anyway, we're going to break a little bit. Coming on in our next segment, we have Ms. Sharon Hoy from our Fireworks Committee, and they're going to be doing a tea up at, I believe, at Quarry Ridge. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and another organization that does a lot of work in hopefully putting on another great fireworks display. So we'll be right back here at Portland on the Move. Don't go away.
Howdy, neighbors.
Hi.
Where are you going with all that equipment?
Well, my family and I, we got interested in fishing this year, and we go out a couple times a month. We have a great time together, and when the fish aren't biting, we still have fun outdoors.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. I wish someone taught me how to fish when I was a child.
I didn't learn how to fish as a kid. We took a class this spring, and the instructor taught us everything we needed to know to get started. It only took a couple of hours, and we went on a fishing trip the next day. There were so many hands-on activities, and the kids had a great time.
Dad, can we do it?
Sure. How do I sign up my family?
Did we hook you? Stick around and learn more about the fishing classes.
The classes are sponsored by the state's fishing education program. The men and women teaching the classes are experienced anglers and have been certified to teach the class. You'll learn about fishing gear and how to use it to catch fish.
When we come here, we get the opportunity of having experts and the equipment right at hand and knowing how to use the equipment properly. And we've already caught one fish, so that's a good thing.
I caught a big fish.
It's a fish?
Casting a fishing pole seems tricky. Will they teach me how to cast? You'll get time to practice casting to fish targets. Casting is a great way to develop hand-eye coordination, and kids love it.
It's my first time fishing.
Do you like fishing?
Yeah, I like to cast it and I like to pull in the rod. Because it just makes me feel calm and relaxed, never to be bored.
Will I learn where to take my family fishing?
The instructors will explain how to use the angler's guide to find ponds, lakes, streams, and rivers where you can catch fish. You'll also get to go fishing at a local hotspot with your classmates.
Hey, what'd you catch? Bluegill. All right.
And it's so nice just going out in the middle of the lake, no surroundings around you. I mean, I have a lake that's by my house. It's such a great feeling. You're just there with the nature.
Will I learn how to tell one fish from another?
Did you catch anything today?
My dad did.
What was it?
I think it was a trout.
You think
But
it was a trout?
I'm not sure.
Brown trout?
Through the use of fish flashcards and displays, you'll be able to identify most of the fish you catch. You'll also learn about where fish choose to live so that you'll be successful at catching them.
Oh, got it.
Will I find out what to bring when I go fishing?
The instructors will explain all about the gear you'll need. You'll also learn about what bait to use, where you can buy it locally, and where you can find it in your own backyard.
What were you hooking on there today? Can you tell me what those things are?
It's a worm, but I'm not sure what kind.
What other things do you need to come fishing?
A fishing pole, bobber, depends what kind of fish you catch.
Will they teach me about preparing and eating fish?
In the class, you'll learn how to keep your fish fresh and how to cook it for your family. You'll also find out which fish are best to keep and which fish you should avoid eating.
Well, we caught 2 fish here once, and we cooked them.
If you don't want to keep your catch, you'll also learn about catch and release.
Phew! Okay, you got me hooked. How do I find out where these classes are being held and how to sign up?
Join the ranks of thousands of anglers who enjoy fishing with their families. Visit your state's fisheries website. You'll find classes listed under Learn to Fish.
Hey, we're back here at Portland on the Move, the show that interacts the Town Tech Educational Partnership with Portland Town Hall and Portland High School. And this is our May show. And segment 2 coming up is we have, before we get into our Fireworks Committee, I just want to give you an update on some of the activities that are happening at the high school. We had our band extravaganza on Thursday and our choral extravaganza on Wednesday, which was absolutely awesome. We had over it was close to 300 kids as far as from grades 4 through high school, okay, singing for our choral extravaganza, and we had probably about over 150, okay, musicians on Thursday night for our band extravaganza. So kudos to the music department. Obviously at the high school, Miss Kristen Novak. We have Miss Sharon Fuller, which is down in the Brownstone Intermediate School, and we also have Mrs. Ketterer, who is the middle school band director. So they did an awesome job, as well as Mr. Sam Tucker, our choral teacher in the high school, which was in charge of the choral extravaganza. So if you want, they are available online, okay? So you can, if you missed it, you could see it again to go from there. Also, our sports, our track is in full full gear, all ahead full, and as well as our girls softball and baseball is moving along well as well. So with that, that's the high school updates. We have the prom that's coming up, and anyway, you going to the prom, Sharon?
I can't make it this year. I don't have a right prom dress.
All right, and now for our second segment, we have a veteran to Portland on the Move, has been on many times with her able partner in crime, Bo, Miss Sharon Hoy, and Bo, who is dressed as usual. And Bo is our therapy dog that we had. In fact, we featured him a couple of shows ago.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, and he did a great job. So anyway, so you've been chairman of the fireworks committee now for how many years?
I think it's probably 10 or 12.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly
the
right number, but it's been a while.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. So,
and it's quite a challenge.
Well, yeah, I think you took over for our dear departed Ed, and that worked so hard for many years. That was one of his passions, and I couldn't think of a better person to pull up the reins and to continue on with it. So you're doing an awesome job. So
yeah, thank you.
So anyway, so tell us a little bit about some of the fundraising that you're obviously the fireworks display for our viewers basically is funded by total private donations. So tell us a little about that.
Well, we used to just have a donation campaign in around the middle of April. But then we realized that we needed more money because we had a lot of expenses in addition to paying for the fireworks. So we started doing our fundraisers year-round, and we start off with our bake sales, which are quite popular, and we have a lot of return customers.
Yep.
And we hold those up at Adams Food Market on Route 66.
Yep.
And we usually do them, we have a 2-day bake sale for Easter. And then we have another one on Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
We also have, well, Jill Dean just had her fashion show featuring her prom gowns that she loans out.
Yeah.
And that was quite successful, and it was a lot of fun for those who may have missed it.
Yes.
She does a wonderful job, and we appreciate having her on our committee.
Oh my gosh, she does a lot of work for that.
Yeah, she sure does. And then we're moving into our townwide tag sale.
Yes, that's coming up this month.
Yes, I believe it's April the 12th.
Okay.
It's the day before Mother's Day.
Okay. Is it April? No, May the 12th.
Oh, I'm sorry, May.
Yeah,
May.
please. Okay.
I'm still in last month.
There you go.
Yeah,
So.
May 12th. And we're going to be set up, the Fireworks Committee will be set up down on Main Street, halfway between either end. We're halfway in the middle.
Yep.
So it's 392 Main Street, and we have our tent, Bosit, and we sell hot dogs and drinks, sodas and water, and then we have a number of snacks, baked goods, and so forth. So you can keep on tagging, but stop and have a bite
get a little
and say
refreshment.
hello.
Sure, absolutely.
And then there will also be a lot of tag sale items there also.
That'd be great. So, and again, all of the proceeds go towards the fireworks. Now, just to give people of, I know last year from bringing people up to date, we had to postpone them a year because of the wet and because of the funding and so forth. So this past year we opted to hook up with the fair, and so what is the plan this year? Is that
the planning is still in the works.
Okay.
So I can't disclose that just yet.
Okay.
But actually talking about combining it with the fair. People liked that.
Yeah, they did.
It was out of necessity because we had to shoot the fireworks off. We promised people a fireworks show in 2017, so we really had to do it. So that was the only night that we could do it.
Exactly.
And it worked out quite well. People were happy with it.
Yes.
And I think it also brought some additional business into the fair.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I think from a standpoint of, because, people had normally would come and spread out blankets. Now, it drew a crowd into the fair, which boosted their attendance. And it was also an opportunity for you guys to also, I think from a standpoint of exposing the fireworks to a wider variety of people, okay, that come from wider, places, okay.
Right.
I think you were able to attract a lot more people as far as that goes.
I think so.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, so here is the I think the event that this is something that this is not the first time that you've done the tea.
No, this is actually going to be the third time.
Okay.
We did a Downton Abbey tea and luncheon and tea and presentation, and then we had a Victorian Christmas tea and lunch.
Okay.
And that was done not this past Christmas, the Christmas before.
Right, right.
And both of them, I mean, people just love them. They're done. We hold them at the Waverly Center, which is the former senior center.
Correct, yeah.
And this one is going to be on May 20th from 12 o'clock until 3 in the afternoon.
Okay.
We're inviting back Donna and Ron Lasco.
Okay.
They are the presenters, and they're just a barrel of fun.
Okay.
I mean, everybody just enjoys them so much.
Okay.
They're humorous. They're
Okay.
very educational.
Uh-huh.
And they get a lot of audience participation.
Sure.
This time they're going to be talking about wedding traditions and where those traditions came from.
Okay.
What was the dating scene like back in the 1800s? I don't think you picked up your girl and took her to movies.
No, probably not.
But what did they do?
Yeah.
What are some of the wedding traditions that we still lean towards today?
Sure.
Something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. Where'd that come from? Why do we do that?
Right. Exactly. Well, those sayings have been around for centuries as far as that goes. My gosh. So that should be very interesting.
Well, and it's not just for young people. This is something that will interest all ages.
Yeah.
And we encourage people. This is actually the week after Mother's Day. So all of us from time to time are scurrying around trying to find a gift for Mom. Mm-hmm. This is a great opportunity to give Mom an afternoon that she will really enjoy.
Yeah.
Just buy her a ticket to our tea.
Nice. Very nice. So here's the poster that is available and so forth. And I'm just gonna hold this up just a little bit. But there again, this is the Fireworks presents Don and Ron Lasco. Okay, and the title being Courtship and Wedding Traditions. Okay, so and again, this is a tea and light lunch. Okay, at the Waverly Center, and this is going to be on May 20th. Okay, from 12 to 3. So it's $25 a person. There are door prizes, and they're going to be selling tickets for $1 a piece. And tickets are available at Bordenero's, obviously through you, as well as Ryan Curley in the town clerk's office at the town hall to go from there. And all of the proceeds, obviously, going towards the fireworks this year. So that's great. How did you? I know you did the Dalton Abbey. How did you transition from that to this?
Actually, these people are well versed in about 25 different topics.
Really?
And so we looked around and decided which ones we thought would be of interest to our audience, and that's how we picked them. And this time we picked the wedding traditions and courtship because of the time of year. Everybody's getting ready for those weddings and bridal showers and so forth. So it's a perfect time to have an event for this on this topic.
Mm-hmm. Now wedding season, you get the May, June, that's prime wedding time.
Yeah, it is.
As far as that goes.
And I probably should tell you what the dress is. We want everybody to feel comfortable, so it's casual.
Okay.
You can dress up if you like. Some of us dress up, some of us don't.
Okay.
However, we like hats, so we encourage people, if they feel comfortable in a hat, come and wear your favorite hat.
There you go. All right.
I think hats are becoming a thing of the past, and it's kind of nice to have an event where, people come wearing their hats. Some of them are beautiful.
Well, yeah. I mean, you just look at the the prince and princess in England there. My God, the hats are very big.
Even
huge.
Beau wears hats.
There you go. Beau's hat is so Beau is wearing his hat. Okay, now. Beau, obviously, everybody knows is may not know, but he is a certified therapy dog. Okay, so when he puts his hat on, he knows he's going to work.
He knows, and he's a little antsy tonight because he worked all afternoon. We were at the Hartford Hospital. That's where we do our pet therapy sit.
Yeah.
And we were there at 1 o'clock, and we couldn't get out of there. We were there until 4 o'clock. We had so many wonderful visits.
Really.
And there was one gentleman who had a stroke, and he didn't have full use of his hand, and he wanted to shake Beau's hand, and so Beau put his paw up, and they held hands, and the family was really moved by that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
These dogs, it's just a wonderful thing that they do for.
Sure, exactly. Well, it's you're a big part of that, Sharon. I think doing what you do, and especially I've seen some of the dogs up there. You're the only one that dresses the dogs up.
Well, you also have the right. You have to have the right dog to do that.
Yes.
Now, but as I said, Beau knows when he gets his hat on, he's going to go working, and he's going to have a lot of fun, and he's going to get a lot of attention.
Sure.
So he doesn't mind wearing his hat at all. As a matter of fact, we have a new hat and bandana. It's a bright yellow, and it has little Piper Cub airplanes on it.
Okay.
And I want to tell you, we're proud to say that Beau is now the official mascot of the Piper Museum in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania.
There you go. Well, I know your husband plays a big role in that organization.
He does, and now they're having tins of dog biscuits made up with Beau's picture on the outside.
Really?
So, yeah.
Nice.
So he's a star down in Pennsylvania too.
Awesome, fantastic, and he has such a great demeanor. As far as that goes. Now as far as when you're doing the therapy, you obviously work with for children and adults up there, right?
Actually, the Children's Hospital has their own pet program.
Oh, do? Okay.
Yeah, they do. So we go strictly to the main hospital.
Okay.
And we usually do the special requests. They have a list of people who have requested a visit from the pet therapy dogs. And it's a long list, and like I said, we were there for 3 hours. But you got to realize that some of those visits are quite long. We don't hurry in and out, and I always engage the patient in conversation.
Sure.
Do you have a dog? What kind?
Mm-hmm.
And so you just break the ice, and it helps them relax. It helps the time go by a little faster for them, and it's just a wonderful thing.
Yes. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. So anyway, getting back to the fireworks. So obviously we haven't picked a date, or those details are still in the works.
Right.
Correct. As far as that goes. Now I assume our vendor is still going to be Ocean State.
Oh yes.
Okay, John Ruggiero.
Yes,
okay.
John Ruggiero.
He's been doing them ever since Mike Dapkus left. Correct?
I don't really know how many years, but I bet it's 25 anyway.
Yes.
At least.
Oh my God, it's just like.
And he likes Portland. He always looks forward to coming back to Portland and putting on his show.
Well, that's good. That's good. I know. Eddie always used to talk very, very highly about John. In fact, Ed used to shoot a lot of shows. Ed was a certified shooter for many years that worked for John and Mike. As far as when Mike Dapkus was, doing them as a part of the police department now. Now, is the fireworks still, under the auspices or sponsored by the police department, or how is that? Are they doing?
No, they're sponsored by the town.
Right, okay.
And we have a committee of volunteers.
Okay, yeah.
But all of the money that is collected, as you said, goes to the fireworks,
Okay.
and it is held in a special account with the town.
Okay, but I know a lot of people mail their checks to the police department, right?
They mail, Portland, the checks are made out to Portland Fireworks in care of the Portland Police.
I see.
Because we need a place for them to go. We need an address for the
Right.
checks to go to.
And
Because the police were involved from the get-go,
yes, from my
it makes
get-go.
sense to just continue to do that
Sure.
same address.
Sure, absolutely. So, well, that's great. We're looking forward to that. Now, is there any? Does John have any? I know you've been talking with him. Does John have any surprises this year, or what do you think?
Well, he will have some surprises, but I will tell you that some of the things that DAPCUS used to do, they no longer will allow them to do it by law.
Right.
They've tightened up some of the
regulations.
The regulations. So, and that's kind of a shame because he had some really unique things. Remember the Energizer Bunny?
Oh yeah. The Energizer Bunny, the Super Front used to have the tank battles, and and the battleship.
The bridge. Remember the bridge?
Yes.
You had the cars going across the bridge.
Yeah, and so forth. So those were all set pieces that were obviously very, the labor in putting those together, and very tedious and very time consuming. So very expensive to do too. And Mike did a lot of that stuff, as obviously his dad was very involved as far as that goes. So that was important for him from that standpoint. So that's
and
great.
you had to have the know-how to be able to put that stuff off too.
Oh God,
how to
yes.
build it. And
well, back in I was involved from pretty much the day one with Mike and doing a lot of the announcing and the sound system back in the day, and those original shows, those were all shot by hand, okay, with flare and guys going out and lighting the wick. Now, as technology has progressed, most of the shows are shot electronically, with from a keypad, to where they're lighting off the charges and so forth. So a lot safer, okay, but those are as the technology has moved, okay. And again, regulations with, I mean, you've seen some of the horror stories in other locations where, fireworks displays have gone awry.
Well, remember the one, I think it was out in Seattle or somewhere out west, where they all went off in about
at once. Yeah, boom.
And it was over.
Yeah, well, and again, that's part of the technology. When it goes right, it's great, and when it goes wrong, it's wrong. As far as that goes, it was a $40,000 show. It went up at like boop.
Yep, it was over.
Okay.
It was here and it was gone.
It's over. So anyway, we're going to take a little break, Sharon, and we're going to talk a little bit. I think we're going to do the airline trail, correct? Okay, we're going to. Obviously, we've had the airline trail folks on as one of our show topics, and there's going to be a ribbon cutting ceremony for our airline trail that's going to be coming up very shortly in the next month or so. Because a lot of the construction work and putting the stone dust down and getting the trail completed from Middle Haddam Road to the East or Depot Hill is I think 95% complete. So we're going to be doing a ribbon cutting, and obviously we're going to be highlighting that once again. So we're going to show a little bit about the airline trail, how it got started, and go from there. So we'll be right back here at Portland on the Move. Don't go away.
Welcome to the Airline State Park Trail. The Airline Trail is a 50-mile rail trail in eastern Connecticut with numerous access points for non-motorized recreation and is open daily from dawn to dusk. The trail currently starts in East Hampton Village, once known as Belltown, because of the presence of more than 30 bell manufacturing companies, making it the bell capital of the country. You can start or end your trail visit in the village with a nice cup of coffee, pizza, or ice cream, visit the farmer's market, browse antique shops and boutiques, or take in nearby cultural and historic sites. Follow the trail east across the handicap-accessible bridge towards the next major access at Cranberry Bog. The Cranberry Bog is one of the most popular access points, and this section of the trail is heavily used. Look for picturesque ponds with picnic tables, woodland benches to rest on, dramatic rock cuts, side trails like this one maintained by the Middlesex Land Trust, and the Rapallo Viaduct. An interpretive sign provides historic and factual information about the viaduct.
I use the trail 3 to 4 times a week with the rest of my friends here. We start at Cranberry Bog and we stop at the viaduct where the benches are, so then we can take a bit of a short sit, and then we turn around there and walk back.
It's a great environment. It's a great trail. It's nice and flat, you know, and the crushed stone is perfect for strollers, and it's good walking or jogging.
From East Hampton, the trail continues into Colchester. Soon after crossing into town, visitors come upon one of the most significant features on the trail, the Lyman Viaduct. Built in 1873, it was originally constructed of wrought iron and measured more than 1,100 feet across and 137 feet high. In 1913, the valley was filled and the entire trestle was covered, resulting in the structure that we see today. Both the Lyman and Rapallo viaducts are on the National Register of Historic Places. Close to where the trail crosses Bull Hill Road, there are a number of attractions within a short bike or car ride. Visitors can step off the trail to enjoy great views of this stone arch bridge from below on River Road. The bridge is on both the national and state registers of historic places. The trail passes over the Blackledge River on this bridge, using the original stone abutments and metal supports built for the railroad. Just after the trail crosses River Road, visitors can stop to enjoy the views at Norton Pond.
I live in Essex and I come out to the airline trail as much as I can. Any season of the year, I like being here because it's so beautiful and it's so easy. It's really fabulous.
One of the fun things about discovering a new place like this is that I now want to go back and tell other people and bring people with me.
It is one of the most beautiful places close to my home. All the trail for me is beautiful, and because being able to jog, to walk, and enjoying the beauty.
It's a great surface for walking or biking. Beautiful views, you can see wildlife. It's all here.
From Colchester, the trail enters into Hebron, where visitors cross the Jeremy River on this bridge. Nearby, the Jeremy and Blackledge rivers join together to form the headwaters of the Salmon River. Soon after, visitors cross Judd Brook on this bridge. Just off the trail, visitors can pause to enjoy the waterfall in Grayville Falls Town Park, dip their toes, fish in the river, or picnic in the park. Just past Old Colchester Road, the trail passes through the extensive Raymond Brook Marsh, a statewide wetland of special concern that offers expansive views and opportunities to observe birds and other wildlife. Just after the marsh, the airline trail in Hebron connects with the Colchester Spur that formerly brought people and freight into downtown Colchester. Follow the spur to the end where historic twin railroad depots are still in use by local businesses and look much the same as they did when the railroad was in operation. Drop by some of the many shops and restaurants in downtown Colchester or grab a burger and shake at the iconic Harry's Place roadside stand on Route 16. Back in Hebron, the trail continues across Route 85 towards Lebanon.
Today is our first day on the airline trail. We come from Gales Ferry, Connecticut. Everywhere we've gone, there's babbling brooks and meadows, and it's just gorgeous.
We're just really soaking up all the sun and the beautiful sights. And we found it on the DEEP website with trail maps. It was easy to find. The trails are gravel and they're smooth, and it makes for a nice day out on the bikes.
Shortly after the trail crosses Route 207, a pond with surrounding wetlands offers opportunities for bird and wildlife viewing. The pond serves as the town line between Hebron and Lebanon. Visitors interested in expanding on their trail experience might enjoy a visit to Lebanon's mile-long town green with its wealth of historic sites. The green is 7 miles from the Route 207 trail crossing and about 3 miles from the Route 87 trail crossing. East of Route 87, the trail crosses over a small stream, offering a scenic view and additional wildlife viewing opportunities. This farm, where the trail crosses Cook Hill Road, is one of the more scenic spots on the trail. Past the farm, the wetland just off the trail to the right is a magnet for birds and serves as a heron rookery, with the nests resembling truffula trees from Dr. Seuss's classic tale of the Lorax. The trail continues across Kingsley Road, but ends at the Willimantic River, where the former railroad bridge is currently unpassable and awaiting restoration. Visitors can rejoin the trail using an on-road route through downtown Willimantic.
My wife and I come to the airline trail lately daily since I'm retired. I like that it's relatively flat and we can do something like, I don't want to call it a power walk, but it's not like you have to step over 10,000 things.
I'm newly retired, so I'm finally getting out to enjoy this trail every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's great. And we just love it because we don't have to worry about vehicles. And at the same time, we get to have great fellowship and catch up with each other. It's just so peaceful and serene. So we go home and we feel great. We did our thing of the day.
Hey, we are back, and that is our airline trail. And again, we're going to be finishing up the Portland segment of that, which is going to connect Depot Hill in East Hampton right down to Butler's Sand and Gravel, right behind the YMCA camp. And there's going to be a ribbon cutting ceremony, which is going to be out at the on Middle Haddam Road. And stay tuned for that announcement. But anyway, back here with Ms. Sharon Hoy, who's the chairman of our fireworks committee, and going to be highlighting our Portland fireworks courtship and wedding traditions, okay? And that's going to be at the Waverly Center, aka Senior Center on Waverly Avenue. So that is going to be happening on
Sunday, May 20th.
May 20th. So, so people, now you're requesting what? People to bring photos? Is that what?
If they like, we will have a table where they can display the photos of maybe it's themselves, maybe their daughter, grandmother. And I should say, too, that Donna is going to bring a lot of show and tell. She has beautiful wedding gowns from the 1800s. Oh, okay. And a lot of items from that era. So she makes it so interesting, and she also has a lot of audience participation. Okay. And we have a lot of laughs and a lot of fun. So.
Can't have fun ain't worth doing, you know.
That's right.
As far as that goes. So that's going to be May 20th. Also highlighting your efforts on the upcoming townwide tag sale.
Townwide tag sale.
And that's going to be coming up in.
That is May 12th.
May 12th.
The day before Mother's Day.
Okay.
I think it starts at 9 o'clock. I'm not sure.
I think you're right.
I know people were out there a lot earlier.
They're a lot earlier than that. We got the early birds.
And like I said, we'll be set up at 392 Main Street, and we'll be roasting hot dogs. We have return customers now because they say our hot dogs are the best around.
Well, there you go.
And it's a lot of fun, and we meet a lot of people. So come on out.
That's great. So again, we'll keep an eye out as far as for all of the rest of your fundraising activities. There's going to be more bake sales, I'm sure.
Oh yes.
That are going to be happening. And
we'll have one at least on the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend.
Okay, and that's usually down at the Adams Food Store, which is the old Tri-Town, as far as that goes. So that's great. So we had a lot of activities happening here in Portland. We have two of our, primary functions here at Portland on the Move is obviously to showcase a lot of the events and organizations that make Portland what it is. We have our Exchange Club, obviously, that has been contributing to the community in many, many ways, and their raffle for their lawnmower, okay, and also our charity golf tournament for the Exchange Club, which is going to be coming up this May 11th. So if you want to come out and play golf and have fun, meet some great people, please do so, and also support our fireworks committee. So Sharon, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for
having us.
as always, for bringing Bo. Bo is a staple. That's your partner in crime, so to speak.
He is. Where I go, he goes.
There you go. So thank you from all of us here at Portland on the Move. We got Bobby, Kevin, and Ryan in the control room, and obviously we got Kevin out here on the camera today. So to go from there, our Portland on the Move show airs the first Tuesday of every month live here at the Comcast studio at 199 Shunpike. So if you'd like to be a topic of one of our shows, contact me at the Portland Town Hall. My number is going to be, an email is going to be coming up on the exiting credits, so please feel free to contact us. And without any further, we'll have a great May, and don't forget all of the fundraisers that are going to be happening here in the town of Portland. So thanks so much, and we'll see you next month.